What's going on, guys? Alex here, and in this Clash Royale video I'm going to be giving you guys some tips and tricks and giving you a guide on how to reach Ultimate Champion. So we're going to jump right into a live game first, and then I'm going to show you guys a couple of replays. Now, when you're trying to get to Ultimate Champion, you want to play a deck that you're pretty comfortable with, and you want to make sure it's a good deck too. So for that reason, we're going to be playing this deck. And let's jump right into the first game. We're 63-84 in the world, and we'll hop right into one where I'll be giving you guys some live gameplay. Also, if you guys find this video helpful and or you do enjoy it, then please make sure to like and subscribe. So we're here against this guy, and first off, we want to find out what deck he's playing. So he's going to use the Barbarian Barrel first, and he'll go Night Witch in the back. We want to set up for a defense. So I'm going to use my Archer Queen in the back, and he's going to use the Golem. So we can also use our cannon here like this, and then I'm going to take the opportunity to use our Archer Queen ability and our Royal Delivery too. I'll put my Ice Spirit off to the side, and then we'll use the log to help take out the Night Witch. We can also go with the skeletons too, and now we might be able to get a counter push. So you always want to focus on defense first when you're trying to get to a league like Ultimate Champion. We'll pop the ability here, and I'm also going to use my Royal Hogs too because they might be able to get some chip damage. Unfortunately, they don't do too much because this guy has the Wizard too. So we're going to have to be careful for that. We can go with a quick Royal Delivery, and this is a pretty tough matchup here against Golem. We should still be fine though. We can cycle another log to get some more chip damage. This deck is pretty solid though. When you guys are trying to climb in the Path of Legends, then make sure to play a deck that you're comfortable with, like I was saying. Make sure to play pretty passive at first. Don't get too aggressive. Focus on things like defense. I'm gonna go opposite lane with the Royal Hogs because he got pretty aggressive here. So let's use the Archer Queen ability, and we'll also use our Evo Ice Spirit. He's gonna use that Evolution Wizard on the left side, but we get some very nice chip damage. So make sure that when your opponent uses a lot of elixir, you're taking the opportunity to punish them. We'll go with the log here on the wizard, and we'll use a cannon like this to help take out the wizard a bit quicker. Now I think we'll split our Evo Skeletons, and then I think we'll go with the Royal Hogs on one side, then we'll try to focus on defending. So we'll go with the Archer Queen in the back to set up a push here, and then we'll go with our cannon. So I'll use my cannon like this, and then we'll go with the Royal Delivery here. We'll use our skeletons too. We'll pop the ability. We're going to go with the Ice Spirit, and we'll also go with the log. We're trying to get back to another Royal Delivery, so let's do that. And then we can also use the Skellies here. We'll go with the Evo Ice Spirit too, and then we'll go with the log as well. So pretty good defense so far. It's getting a bit close for my liking. We'll go with the Evo Skeletons like this, and then I think I'm going to go with the Archer Queen at the bridge to help take out this Electro Dragon. I'll pop the ability here, and then I'll go with the Royal Hogs too. We're still invisible, so we do have the EQ in hand. We'll see if we're able to use it. I might actually use the EQ here on his tower. He does go for the King Tower activation. We'll go with the Ice Spirit here, and then let's see if we can get back to another pair of piggies. We'll go with the Archer Queen like this, and then I think we'll go with the Royal Delivery here. We'll go with the log as well, and then we'll go with the Ice Spirit. We'll easily be able to get back to another cannon to pull this Hog Rider, or Golem, sorry. And then we can use our Royal Delivery. We could go in with another pair of piggies here. I think that would be pretty solid. Let's go with that, and then we'll use the Evo Ice Spirit. We'll also use another EQ, so pretty incredible defense there against this guy's Golem push. And I think we can cycle back to another Earthquake, guys. We'll go with the Royal Delivery. We'll go with the log. We'll go with the Ice Spirit. And now what we're going to do is we're going to cycle another Earthquake. We're going to cycle another cannon. And we're going to go with another log. We don't even need it. And that's how it's done against Golem. A very strong golem deck. We played very solid defense, which is what you guys want to focus on. And just make sure you're playing a good deck, play passive, and make sure to get some good counter pushes. I'm going to show you guys some replays now. I'll show you the game where I got to Ultimate Champion. I played against a Lava Hound deck. I beat Grizz Skinner here in this deck, if you guys know Grizz. And I'll show you guys the deck that actually got me to Ultimate Champion. So let me find it here. Where was it? It was against Lava Hound. Pretty tough matchup. We played this deck, then we got to Ultimate Champion and we faced Grizz. So I'll show you guys the replay here. I played Evolution Goblin Giant and Evolution Zap. We'll hop into the replay. And then at the end of the video, after this replay, I'm going to show you guys where we beat like a top 100 player in Ultimate Champion. It was a crazy game. I played it yesterday, but here in the first match against this guy, I don't know what he's playing yet, but at the beginning of the game, you want to find out what your opponent's playing. So I think in the beginning he goes Lava Hound in the back. Because of this, I thought that we have to go opposite lane. Against Lava Hound, you usually want to go opposite lane. I would say he's going to have the Inferno Dragon. So there's not too much we can do against that, but we want to focus on defending the Lava Hound. Against Lava Hound, sometimes you kind of have to sack the tower. He goes for the Void here, so when the opponent puts down Void like that, you usually want to go for a good Void block. We have our Dark Prince charging back on the right, and he's going to also have the Valkyrie, so what we want to do here is keep focusing on good defense. We could probably take this out with a Rage and a Zap, and that is what I end up doing. So nice defense there, but now that we know he has Inferno Dragon, we can think about how we can counter that. So when you're playing, you guys always want to think about how you can counter your opponent, what cards you have to counter your opponent's cards. We do have the Electro Wizard for his Inferno Dragon, but we have to think he can counter that with Void. So we have to be ready with the Void block. We'll go Sparky in the back like this. Void is also very good against Sparky, so I would say overall this guy does have the matchup. We can't go with the Evolution Goblin Giant in front, and that's what we decide to do. And let's see how things play out here. We definitely wouldn't have wanted to go same lane, because if we went same lane, he could have Inferno Dragon everything, and we would be completely dead. Now he puts the Inferno Dragon on the left side, but we have some nice damage going on there and a nice push with the Sparky and the Evolution Goblin Giant. So now we have the Electro Wizard helping to take out the Balloon and the Lava Hound, but he does have some Skeleton Dragons and Inferno Dragon as well as a Valkyrie coming our way. So at this point I'm thinking we have to defend this, but we also probably want to go for the 3 crown because it looks like he might be going for the 3 crown, and we want to continue going opposite lane. So at this point I'm thinking let's set up for a defense. Let's chill. I'm still going to be able to defend if I cycle my Electro Wizards. And I go with my Sparky in the back just to reset. I know he has that Inferno Dragon, but I know I can reset it with our Zap and our Electro Wizard. Because he uses so much Elixir on the left side, I decided to do something a little bit tricky, a little bit smart. I go with the Elite Barbarians on the right side. This forces out his Evolution Valkyrie, which is something that you want to keep track of. You definitely want to keep track of cycles and elixir, but sometimes it can be a bit tough. So even though I end up winning this game, at that point I didn't know that he had the Evolution Valkyrie in hand, which is okay sometimes. So now I'm thinking let's go same lane and put our Evolution Goblin Giant. Then we can put an Electro Wizard down on that Inferno Dragon, and watch this push, guys. I put the Electro Wizard down on the left side, I have the Dark Prince going with the E-Barbs, and I Rage and Zap everything, and that causes us to get the 3 crown in one push. That was absolutely amazing, and that is how you guys want to beat Lava Hound. So we'll jump into one more replay, and in this replay, we saved the best for last because we beat a top player, absolutely insane player. Let me find where he's at. Okay guys, so here's the replay with this pro player. I'm going to show you guys his profile real quick. He's gotten into Ultimate Champion. He's number 370 in the world right now. We actually beat this guy. These are his previous season stats: 135, number 80, and we actually beat this guy in this log bait versus log bait matchup. Very similar deck, but I'll show you guys the replay. And this was also in the Royal Blue Crown. So we're here against Leo. He has a number 80 finish. This guy's a lot better than me, but we did beat him, so I feel like I'm pretty qualified to explain how to get to Ultimate Champion, guys. At this point, I'm thinking, I'm going to play my best game. This guy's obviously got a better finish than me and everything like that. But we'll go with the Goblin Barrel on the right side. When the opponent puts down Prince and Princess, if you've been playing a lot and you know what meta decks people run, which is something you want to know, you know that this guy's playing log bait. And I'm sure a lot of you guys can tell if you've been keeping track of decks, but make sure to check out the different decks that people have. You can do that on RoyaleAPI.com. On RoyaleAPI.com, you can see what decks people are playing, but we go for the counter push here, and we also have the Royal Recruits in this matchup. I know he was low on Elixir because we did some very good defense there, so that's why I went in with my Bandit. He goes on the right side, so I use my Princess to defend. I really want to save my spells. When your opponent puts down a Goblin Barrel, sometimes you can get creative with your defenses. So you don't always have to use your log or your arrows. Spells offer an instant solution. Sometimes you want to get creative with your defenses and you don't want to use spells, because that allows you to save your spells for a situation where you need it later on. So you can defend with things like the Goblin Gang. You can defend with things like the Royal Recruits or the Rascals. Rascals can counter a Goblin Barrel as well. So the opponent's going to go with the Goblin Gang on the left side. I would say that our opponent probably had the matchup, but I kind of outplayed him in the beginning, which is why we ended up winning this game. But the thing is, we also have the Cannoneer. This guy has the Princess Tower. The Princess Tower is going to be a lot better against log bait. But even though we had a bad matchup, or a matchup that wasn't in our favor, we were still able to outplay this guy, and we did save the Royal Recruits. Now I get a wonderful arrows value. For 3 Elixir, I take out the Dark Goblin and the Princess. That's a 3 for 6 double positive Elixir trade. That's what we like to see, guys. We're going to use the Dark Goblin on the left side. And now we just have to focus on defense. I know this guy's probably going to be going all in on the left side. He did put his Evolution Goblin Barrel on the left side, even though both Goblin Barrels do look the same. The Bandit's on the left side here. And this guy is definitely going to be trying to go in. But with 30 seconds, if we can hang on in the defense, we're going to be okay. I don't think this guy has any spells except he does have arrows. So once he uses arrows, we know that he's not going to have arrows, and you can use that to keep track of your opponent's spells. Now, I want to block the Knight because that way he won't have a tank. With 10 seconds left, I can put my Goblin Gang in the back. He does use those arrows, but it's not going to be enough. And once I cycle back to arrows, he's going to laugh. I don't know why. We'll use arrows on the left side. So make sure you're blocking things at the bridge too when they're playing log bait and they're going in for a push. That's going to be about it there, guys. Showing you guys some gameplay, giving you guys some tips. Make sure to play your best deck, play a meta deck, play passive. Make sure to play your highest level cards. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and if you found it helpful, please make sure to like, make sure to comment. I read all the comments and I heart them up. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. We played that first game live. We beat Golem. We beat this guy to start things off, and this guy had a 2,000 and 1,900 best. So very nice game there to showcase how to beat Golem. Shows you guys how to beat Lava Hound, and I showed you guys how to beat Log Bait. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I will see you all in the next one. I hope you guys are all doing well. Hope you're having a good day or night. Make sure to stay positive and be kind to one another. And I will see you all in the next video. I also do some live streams, so make sure to stay tuned for those or check those out if that's something you're interested in. Thank you guys, and I'll see you. Peace.